Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you tonight. That is Tuesday evening, December 14th, 2021. For those of you that are new to our series, welcome. What we do each night from the 1st through the 25th, we're on the series of 25 gifts of inspiration around the holidays to improve your life and everyone else in it. For those of you that are coming back, welcome back, my friends. I'm so glad to have you back with us. So, I've got a gift, another gift today, day 14. And I want you to look at this. Okay? And if you can see this, I want you to give me a thumbs up, a like, a support, or whatever you need to, depending on what platform you're on. Right? And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to comment below on whatever platform you're using, those on Facebook, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, my LinkedIn profile page, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur on YouTube, and John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur on Twitch. What's in this package? What's in this package? Comment below. All right. I'm going to open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you write something down? Go ahead, write it down. Christmas is coming to me every single day. It's absolutely great. What have I got? I've got a candy cane. Wow. A Spangler candy cane. Why did I gift myself a candy cane? Well, by the way, Spangler is one of the top companies for making candy canes, actually. They're the ones that actually, I believe, make Santa's candy canes. They have gotten this down to a science. Why did I gift myself a candy cane? That's a great question. It's not because I wanted a sweet. But I did this because I feel that sometimes we need to be a little bit extra sweet. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the difference between you being successful and waiting on the sidelines is by being a little sweeter, by doing a little bit more. I'll give you an example. Maybe you're visiting a prospective client, okay? And you just went back and you gave them the quote. Maybe it's the holidays. You can tape a candy cane on there and say, thanks for considering us. I hope this cane brings a little extra sweetness to your holiday. Now, it sounds corny, but they're going to remember you. Now, if it wasn't the holidays, there's something else you could do. But the point is that candy canes, okay, are synonymous as a symbol, right? They indicate fun. They indicate pleasure. And so a candy cane is sweet, right? Candy cane is sweet. So if you right now make a decision that you're going to be sweeter than everyone else, what does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to be different. You're going to do something just a little bit more than someone else does. Now, I'm not telling you to give someone $1 million, but what I am telling you to do is do something a little bit different. Maybe you're trying to get into a new office building. And you could go to your local donut shop, buy some donuts, put in a custom box or just the donut box they give you, and personalize it and drop it off to them. Say, hey, Mike, Joe, I just wanted to drop these donuts off. I hope they give your team a little extra incentive to get through the day. And this sounds corny, okay? But it actually does work. It actually does work. And so when you think about what you should do, just do something a little bit different. Just a little bit different. And sweetness is what you need to do to put in the pot. Now, that could be a candy cane, it could be anything, but do something a little bit more. Now, it's not giving them a discount, but it's doing something a little extra special. The holiday time, what do we do to thank our clients? We thank them with a custom stolen from a bakery in New Jersey that everyone loves. And then what I do is I have a personalized um, label that's printed for each one with their business name or their name and their address. And then below that, we have a Happy Holidays sticker that we made, and it says on there, "We appreciate that you've chosen to do business with us, and we thank you. And when you have someone that you know that needs our services, here are a few cards to pass on to them. We'll be so appreciative." You see, most people in life just do the bare minimum. Hmm. The bare minimum. That means they show up. They show up. How many times have you gone somewhere around the holidays, maybe a business, and got a candy cane? Have you ever gotten a quote and received candy in it? I uh I actually got a quote several years ago, and it came with tea bags. And they said, "Would you please sit down with me and have a cup of coffee or hot chocolate and review the proposal, and then feel free to reach out to me." And so that's different than what everybody else is doing, because most people just do what they need to do to get by. That's all they do, just to get by. If you can't do something a little extra special, if you can't add a little bit of sweetness to someone's life, why would they use you as opposed to someone else? Think about that for a moment. Why? I think it's because when you add sweetness, you stand out from the pack. I remember getting a quote many years ago, and in the envelope, it came with um, a box of gumdrops, a little mini box of gumdrops. So when you do something, and I'm using sweetness in the terms of candy, but it doesn't have to be candy. You could give them a ticket to something. You could give them a coupon to a car wash, maybe a free car wash. Do something that is going to make them remember you. Give them something away from your business. If you're in a certain business and you make things, well, make them a small widget or something. Give it to them. Personalize it. Now, you might not think it's going to go anywhere, but the truth of the matter is, it will. When people actually see that you've done things differently, they're going to be like, "Those people are nuts, but you know what? I actually think I might go with them." And it won't matter that your price is a little bit higher than somebody else, because they're going to look at the fact that, hey, I like to do business with John. I like to do business with their companies. They stand out. If I do business with them, they're going to help me stand out. Candy canes. Does anyone know here that's watching tonight, where was the first candy cane ever? Well, candy canes were invented in 1847 in Worcester, Ohio. And you probably want to know who invented candy canes. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't Santa Claus. Okay. Um, There is believed to know that there was actually, it was created in Germany to, they say, appease, and I quote, fidgety choir boys. The candy cane had a way of just pacifying them and keeping them occupied. In fact, the National Confectioners Association said the candy canes are the number one selling non chocolate candy during the month of December, with a 90% of the red and white striped treats sold between Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's the biggest single week for candy canes. The second week of December is because most people decorate their Christmas trees. But when and how do candy canes get started? It's a little bit of a mystery, isn't it? 1.76 billion candy canes are produced in the United States annually. Wow, that's quite a bit. So the legend says that the candy cane dates back to the 1670s, when the choir master at the Cologne Cathedral in Germany handed out sugar sticks to his young singers to keep them quiet during the live creche ceremony. Hmm. In honor of the occasion, he bent the candies into shepherd's crooks. Hmm. So that's an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? Candy canes are something that all ages love to enjoy, to look at, to wonder about, to even eat, to suck on. So, with the stripe came the legend of stories about the candy cane, such as it had been a secret code among the persecuted Christians in Germany or England in the 17th century, and a secret language among the Christian faithful, depending on the stripe. Three represented the Trinity, one, Jesus, sacrifice. So the Trinity, one, Jesus, and then sacrifice. And it was also said that the more general role of the stripes were relating to the blood of Jesus. Now, I try not to get things very specific, but this is what theory was. So another person, Benjamin, says there are other theories that contend the candy cane's J shape is a homage to Jesus. But is that just an urban legend? Not sure. So the best way to eat the Yuletide treat, according to the NCA survey, found that 72% of people think that starting on the straight end of is the proper way to eat a candy cane, while 28% start at the curved end. When I eat a candy cane, I'll tell you that I bet I do this easily. You know why I do start with the bottom? Because I like that I can hold the candy cane with the little, the little thing in my finger, and I just kind of do that very easily. So that's a neat, interesting thing. But imagine if you gave away something, right? Let's just say, I don't know, you're in the carpentry business. Maybe you could give away something that you made in the carpentry business, something very small. It could be maybe a recipe holder, or it could be some type of a holder, something small. And then you could personalize it with your company's name on it. And when people get this, I'm like, oh, wow, this is for me. You see, it's not how much you spend on somebody, a prospective client or an existing client. It's the fact that you took the time to give them something. I was giving out a stolen to a client today, and this one client said to me, "Oh, wow, thank you. It even has my name on it." Now, how hard is it to print somebody's name on a label? It's really easy. But it really makes people take ownership and believe it's theirs, because it is. In life, starting tomorrow, I want you to think about something you do in business. I don't care what business you're in, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a farmer, whether you're a retail store, whether you're a painter, hardware store, it doesn't matter. I want you to think about what you do and what your competitors do. Do they do something a little bit extra than you? And if they don't, what could you do to make people come into your shop, your business? 'Cause maybe you charge a little more money. Maybe you have more knowledge, but people don't appreciate knowledge, I found out, until they really understand what you know. But they're not going to do that overnight. So, how do you do it? Well, let's say you're in the painting business. Maybe one thing you might do is offer to come over and when you do the paint um, evaluation with them, you might bring them a little something that they could put their paint swatches in. Or maybe when you help them paint that, you might say, gee, I'd like to help you pick out the colors for your new nursery, which I know is down the road. And I know we're not doing it today, but I want to help give you an idea of what's out there. You see how that kind of makes you stand out differently? Think about this. How many times have you gotten a quote and gotten candy or gotten something in the quote? Now, there are going to be people that are going to be like, okay, who cares? And they throw it in the garbage. There's going to be those people. I get it. But how can you make yourself different? Candy canes are not that expensive. What if right after Thanksgiving, you gave candy canes out with every quote that you did? Interesting. What if you could give a candy cane out, or maybe you could do something like when you go to see them, you could give a candy cane and say, oh, by the way, here's a candy cane jar. If you can guess how many candy canes are in there to the closest one, similar to the jelly bean jar, we're giving away to our clients a $500 credit on their account that can be used within 2 years, or $200, or whatever you want to do. Get people to engage with you. When they engage, they're going to be really curious. Hey, that company down the street, yeah, you got to get a quote from them. Why? Well, because every time they do a quote, they give you a free candy cane in the month of December. Really? Oh, I love candy canes. What do I need a quote on? I don't know. I have to find something out. I have to see, what do they sell? Well, I'm sure I can get them to quote me on something. And it opens up the door. You see, when you play, you creatively play with your business, with what you're doing, people are like, because most salespeople are very serious and staunchy and are like, I don't want to deal with that person, right? So add a little sweetness to your life and to other people's lives. Give them a candy. Give them a little token, a little tiny gift that will make them remember you, and that you'll stand out, and they're going to do business with you because you took initiative to give them a gift. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I'm sure you know by now, it gives me great pride, pleasure, privilege, and honor to be with you every single evening. Remember to go ahead and tag your friends, colleagues, and associates and share this out with everyone you know here on all the social media. And then be sure to go to YouTube, type my name, John Space, E Space, Morley, Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for the phrase, help keep our content free. Below that, look for the link to PayPal and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technologies. Yes, even candy canes right now this time of year. And we'll be so grateful for that, and even new facilities, to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational inspiration available today, that if you choose to apply it, may not only change your life, but create an entirely new perspective on the possibilities of where you can go, which is only up. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's presentation of add a little sweetness to your life and your clients. And you may, besides just gaining a friend, get a client for life. Have yourself a great rest of the night. And I will see you guys tomorrow, which will be day 15. And yes, my book is coming out sometime next year, and it will be the 25 Gifts of Inspiration to improve the quality of your life and others. I know you're definitely going to want to read that when that book comes out. Have yourself a good one, everyone. Take care.